The book of Matthew, the first book of the New Testament in the Christian Bible, presents the life, teachings, death, and resurrection of Jesus Christ. Traditionally attributed to Matthew, a tax collector and one of Jesus' apostles, this gospel emphasizes Jesus as the fulfillment of Old Testament prophecies and highlights his role as the Messiah. Genealogy and Birth chapters 1-2. The book opens with a genealogy tracing Jesus' lineage from Abraham through David, affirming his messianic credentials. It recounts the miraculous virgin birth of Jesus, the visit of the Magi, and the flight into Egypt to escape King Herod's massacre of infants. Baptism and Temptation chapter 3-4. John the Baptist prepares the way for Jesus, baptizing him in the Jordan River. Following his baptism, Jesus is led into the wilderness, where he faces and overcomes 3 temptations from Satan. Ministry in Galilee chapters 4-7. Jesus begins his public ministry, preaching about the kingdom of heaven. He calls his first disciples, performs miracles, and teaches the Sermon on the Mount, which includes the Beatitudes, the Lord's Prayer, and moral teachings on love, forgiveness, and righteousness. Miracles and Teachings chapters 8-10. Jesus performs numerous miracles, including healings and exorcisms, demonstrating his authority. He sends out his disciples to preach and heal, giving instructions and warnings about the challenges they will face. Growing opposition chapters 11-12. As Jesus' popularity grows, so does opposition from religious leaders. He speaks about the challenges of faith and the importance of understanding his divine mission. Parables and Kingdom Teachings chapters 13. Jesus teaches through parables, using everyday stories to convey deeper truths about the kingdom of heaven. He explains the mysteries of the kingdom and the responses of different people to his teachings. Ministry and Conflict chapters 14-17. Jesus continues performing miracles and engaging with his disciples while facing increasing hostility. Peter confesses Jesus as the Messiah, and Jesus begins to predict his own suffering and death. Journey to Jerusalem chapters 18-20. Jesus teaches about humility, forgiveness, and the nature of greatness in the kingdom of heaven. He also foretells his death and resurrection for the 3rd time. Passion and Crucifixion chapters 21-27. Jesus enters Jerusalem in triumph, is confronted by religious authorities, and celebrates the Last Supper with his disciples. He is betrayed by Judas, arrested, tried, and ultimately crucified. The narrative highlights the fulfillment of prophecy and the nature of Jesus' sacrificial death. Resurrection and Great Commission chapter 28. The Gospel concludes with the resurrection of Jesus, an appearance to his disciples, and the Great Commission in which Jesus commands them to make disciples of all nations, baptizing and teaching them.